Did you want Hard to say the prayer?
Yes. How are you there?
Tua, I'm here.
Thank you, son. Thank you for us. Amun. Oh,
Nakuksa duk de Amun-Rayay. Unabad Momadu who. Umadad who. Umunter who. Leipanan the man who wakat. Anabab ya nun.
This call will be recorded.
Kalala Mara Atele Amun-Rayay. Natab Shilil Pa Patet Rupa Taha. Anuke Nuapu. I trust by way of Amun-Rayay and his master teachers and his papyri and his warner for this day and time. Panabab Yanun. All praises are for Amun-Rayay, Nathar, overseer of the heavens and the earth. I am Nuwapi.
thank you, son. Now, did everybody look up Google giant skeletons on Earth, YouTube? What do you see?
Sure.
What do you see?
You see giant skeletons.
Everybody should have been looking them up. And Asar, are you here?
Tua, I'm here, Messiah.
All right.
I'm looking up now.
Yeah, but I also want you to get, your whole name is Amun-Rayay Ma'at Amun.
Okay, hold on. Let me write that down. Hold on for a minute.
Yeah. And I want to thank Atifit again for being so consistent with these donations. And also Jasmine and of course Asar and all of you all that are really supporting the mission financially. Thank you so much. There is no us without you. You ready, son? I need everybody to look up giant skeletons on Earth, YouTube. You ready, son? Asar.
Yes.
Look, I'm trying to rush. Amun-Rayay, R-E. Amun-Rayay Ma'at, M-A-A-T, Ma'at. Amun, Amun, A-M-U-N. Yeah.
Thank you.
Now, Ray Ma'at Amun.
Congratulations.
Yes.
Thank you.
Ray Ma'at Amun means the hidden justice of Amun. Write it down. The hidden justice of Amun.
I got it. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Sure.
I'm happy for you.
Thank you.
Uh-huh.
Thank you.
I want to remind you all. I want to remind you all that one of the most significant conversations that Yanu and I had when he called me one of the times called me from Colorado, was he said, "Don't forget that you and I have to finish raising the 144,000." All right? Yanu said to me, quote, "Don't forget that you and I have to finish raising the 144,000. And I'm doing that the best I can in all sincerity and consistency. There are a lot of people in the world. There are a lot of people in the world that have a lot of opinions about what I'm doing. But I'll tell you that 95% of them don't know Yanu. They haven't walked with him, and they're definitely not one with him. They don't share oversoul with him. They weren't taken up with him, and they weren't sent here by Elionel with him like myself. So, you know, opinions are like them things made like donuts, right?
Yeah.
But I feel for them because this is the time we need to all come together. And if they listen to what Father Babianoon is saying to them, if they claim they believe in him, then they should believe in his words and read who's the Nawabi in Christ, count them not, and stop hiding things. And listen to the prayer of Amun, right? They should really stop hiding things And I'll tell you now, that's the reason they're doing that. Yeah, let Harry see them Giants. Is because, like he said at the Athens Ball, and there were people here there at the Athens Ball, when he stepped up on the stage and grabbed the mic and stared at the class really seriously and said, "You Nuwabians are those fallen angels."
True.
Right.
I confess that I was there.
I was there too. Hotel people say
Yes.
something. Well, you gotta do it. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, this is Hotel. I'll bear witness to what Messiah just said.
Because you were there?
I was there at the 2000 ball.
Right. Okay, let's see. Okay, Assad, let's hear what Amun-Rayay said again at that one's ball.
He said, "You Nuwabians are the fallen angels."
That's right.
And nobody didn't say nothing. It was quiet.
It was quiet. You hear a mouse piss on cotton. But
That's right.
The reason why I bring that up is because I wonder why they hide so many things. Like the class, the video class on YouTube called Icky and Enlil and all that. As soon as he starts saying that I'm back and I'm the real Messiah, etc., they turn the music up blasting, and these reptiles get mad because I reveal the truth. But tonight, I want you all to understand, it's not emotion, it's facts, factology. I want to make sure you all are clear about what's happening here and what did happen and what will happen. Is everybody with me? So I want you to separate the reality from mythology and forget about religious beliefs and all these things they teach you that are no significance, right? Like he said, all this old stuff has got to go, right? And he said that in proving the existence of God, look up Malachi Z. York, proving the existence of God, comma YouTube, and go to score it at 30 minutes in, and just listen, and you hear him tell you that there's a new God here, another God here. He's thinking outside the box. He's not trapped inside of persons, places, and things. And he's not a resident, he's a visitor, and he's going to do it a little differently. I'm doing it a lot differently. You hear me? And then he erased the board on the stuff he was teaching and said, all this old stuff has got to go. You understand? But they don't want it to go, and they don't want the truth to come in because they are fallen angels. The only ones that are not fallen angels going to really make it is now read the Patarak that they hid from the world. Patarak, count one. Count them not. All right. Now, we're going to need you all to go to your Bible. You're going to go to Genesis chapter 6, verse 2. 2 through 4. Can you all hear me?
Two of them.
All right. Let me know when everybody's there. All right. Who else is there?
Give me that verse again, Messiah. Genesis what now?
Chapter 6. Just start at chapter 6, verse 1.
I got it. Thank you.
What about everybody else? Don't be lazy. I don't want you going on talking about Amun said. Don't believe me, check it out.
Sure.
Chapter 6, verse 1. Are we all together on that?
Yes,
Yes, got it.
And it came to pass, when men began to multiply on the face of the earth, and daughters were born unto them, that the sons of God saw the daughters of men, that they were fair, and they took them, wives of all which they chose. And the Lord said, my spirit shall not always strive with man, for that he also is flesh. You know, not just spirit like the angels were before the fall. Yet his days shall be 120 years. Then there were giants in the earth in those days. And also after that, when the sons of God came in unto the daughters of men, and they bare them children, and they bare children to them, the same became mighty men, which were of old, men of renown. And see, these were the Nephilims, the fallen angels. When these draconians, reptilians were cast out the sun cycle and cast down to earth, they raped the daughters of men, killed the men, and stole all the provisions of humanity. And then they lied when they were called before the council of the Bureau about they didn't do that. But then the women that they raped, many of them became pregnant. And they started giving birth to these Nephilims. And in the earth, all of a sudden, you had, people 9 feet, 12 feet, as tall as 27 feet tall, walking around the earth, eating up people, stealing everything, and raping and robbing and killing. They were just like their fathers, evil. They thought evil continuously. Now, if you think that this is a myth, you're wrong, because the human race has the reptile in them, right? As do I.
That's right.
As does Malachi Z. York of Panabab Yanun. I'm not slandering. I'm telling the truth. I'm doing my job, right? Because in the spiritual realm, that's where we come from. I'll give you all one vivid example of what I experienced. I came to myself and I was in a big, large white tent, like the old in Arabia, where they have the harems and the sheikhs in, like that. And there was a lot of tall, dark-skinned men in there, and I know their height. I know that. I'm familiar with, I know their height. And they all had masks, like the old black ladies have fans in church over their face, hiding their face. Because they're the ones that made the rule that if you look on God, that you die, right? They said that because they were so ugly. Do you understand? And if you looked on them and saw their face, what you would die from is them putting hands on you, or claws, or whatever you want to call it. Well, when I was standing around them giants, I sit down on the couch, and one of them giants sit down on my right side, and it was 2 cushions. He stuck a big old sign that they had in front of their face, but one bigger than that between he and I. So I couldn't see his face, and I was thinking to myself, nigga, I don't care about that. You understand? And then another one of those giants stood up and said, Amun-Rayay wants to see you, Malachi. And I stood up, I said, where is he? He said he's out there on the edge of the water, and opened up the tent. And once I walked outside, I can tell you, I've never seen such a pristine, pure, beautiful blue sky and day in my entire life on earth. I've never seen such a still, calm, beautiful, crystal blue sky, beautiful sunny day like that. So I walked across the sand, and I saw a figure, a large body of water, and he was sitting down in the lotus Indian position with his right side to the water and his left side to me. He had a cloak on, like a monk, and he had it pulled over his head like on a zigzag pack, and he was looking, bowing down. And I walked over to him, looked down, and then out of humility and reverence, I just squatted down Indian style in front of him. And boy, when he picked up his head and I saw his face, goddamn. I hope y'all never get a chance to see what I saw. But it was one thing unusual about it that struck me, is that whenever I do salat, I put my fingers in the shape of a heart, a hula symbol, and then I put it on my forehead. And I saw that same hula symbol, the upside down heart, on his forehead, right where the third eye is supposed to be. And I couldn't deny that that was a connection between he and I, as ugly as it was. And then he looked at me and he leaped halfway up and grabbed me by my shoulder, started shaking me, said, "You're not an interdimensional being. You're not an interdimensional being. You're not." And I was thinking to myself, "Why are you lying, nigga? I'm in another dimension right now." And as he was shaking me, I started getting mad. He felt it. He calmed down, stopped, which was a good idea. And then he said, to get sympathy out of me, because he knows that side of me, and he said, "My leg is hurting." And I reached under that robe and started trying to heal his leg with my hand, but when I touched his leg, it was like an iron gristle pipe with scales on it. It wasn't a leg like a human leg, but I still healed it anyway, or healed that spot. But I want to make sure that y'all understand that, right? Now, that's not saying that's the only thing that he is, because he has 19 different personalities, and I'm sure he's the angel Michael, and all these things. I know also that he's a gray. I know that. He's also a gray. Now, which one of these personalities he is predominantly, I'm not sure. Or if he's just like Lottie Dottie, he got something for everybody. But one of the letters that he sent me that many of you have a copy of, you saw on there where he says he and I are one, and we have the power to move the stone with our mind, and he and I are taking that long walk on that short path together, right? But you also saw on one of the letters at the top of it, he drew the Draco constellation, and he showed a star falling down from there, and he was making reference to himself, right? So I want y'all to understand, I want y'all to understand that we're talking about fallen angels here. You understand that? And as far as giants,
Amun.
yes.
Amun, are you saying that guy, he was a draconian?
Who? Which guy?
The one that you said you're just talking about, the giant.
All of them were that. That's why he was hiding their face with those fans.
Ah.
But I'm always around them. Huh?
But he shifted into different beings, you say. Yeah, he was several different beings.
I didn't. You got me a little confused about what you're asking me now.
No, what you said, you couldn't tell what he was. He was his face, but you said that
he was a reptilian, right?
You couldn't tell. Oh, he was a reptilian.
Yeah, Malachi was a reptilian. But I started off by saying, human beings descended from reptiles too on Earth.
Okay.
Right. Let me explain.
When you talk about.
Okay, I got a long way to go, sister. Go ahead.
Okay. No,
go ahead.
What I'm saying, you said that about the giants before on Earth. How long ago?
I'm one of them.
Were they in our parents' generation?
They're in your generation as well. There's a silsila, a chain of descendancy that goes all the way back. Are you following me? So when I see you, I see your mother and father. And when I see you, I see your mother and father's mother and father. Are you following me? And so on and so on, right? So whatever your parents were, you are. And whatever they are, their parents were. You follow what I mean?
Yeah, I'm with you. Thank you.
Okay. That's why I said people might not want to hear this, but we have reptilian in our, DNA, in our genetics, in our, our physical form, and we also have the reptilian brain, so you can look that up on Google too, the reptilian brain. But let me explain to you about people who have reptilian in them. You know that a man has sperm when he ejaculates, and women have ovum or egg. Am I right?
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Yes, right. Correct.
And so when they come to, and what a sperm is Another word for that is semen, isn't it?
Oh,
Yeah.
Well, semen is two words. SEA-MAN, semen, or MEN, semen. That's reptilian. And now mammals give live birth, am I right?
Yes.
Warm-blooded live birth. Well, what are reptiles? They lay eggs, don't they?
Yes.
yes.
That's correct.
Yes.
Well, if women are ovulating eggs, what does that indicate?
Reptile.
That they're reptilians.
Right. And semen is SEA-MEN, semen. And what do they say women smell like in their vaginal area? Remember the old joke? The blind man passed by the fish market and said, "Good evening, ladies." Right. Yeah, that's right.
Salmon.
Because okay, and then these seamen or eggs or whatever you call them, they come from the water. So the baby is in amniotic fluid. It's in water and it's not using lungs, is it?
No.
How's
No.
it breathing? It's using gills.
Gills. It was gills.
Many of y'all have seen these documentaries where women give live birth underwater and babies swim coming out of the womb, right?
Yes.
And they're breathing underwater.
Yes.
Sure.
They're breathing underwater now with their gills. They start using their lungs only when the doctor turns them upside down and spanks them, which pain causes them to cry, and that forces them to inhale oxygen, and they start a pulmonary, heart beating and lungs and all that, and it binds the spirit to the mud. When that spirit fire, it hits the fire in your solar plexus, ignites a spark that creates a tumbling, like when you turn the key on in your car. And that tumbling binds the spirit to the mud to create the living soul, and they become part of this zero time rush, to become part of this earth cast. All of a sudden, then you're an earthling. You've officially fallen from heaven down to earth. You were a spirit being, like the Bible just told you. And he said, I will not always dwell with man because he's not because he's also flesh. In other words, the Most High told you that you were spiritual beings, simple electromagnetism, angelic beings, spiritual beings. But the fall was not the fall from heaven, but the fall from a spiritual being down to a carnal physical being, solid, actual, and time-bound. Are you following what I'm saying?
Following.
Sure.
Now, when the baby was first conceived, in the first trimester, the second trimester rather, because the first trimester was only spirit. But when it became a zygote, if you look up on the computer, stages of a baby's development, and at first you were a zygote, you were a reptilian, just a ball sack with a tail like an alligator and claws. You were a reptile. And then the third trimester, which they call the second, you were a Romardian or a gray. You had that big head, right? And you were gray in color, right? And then in the final fourth, which they call the third trimester, you were a Homo sapien, a human being. So what it is that you all are hybrids. You're a cross between reptilians and grays, and that made the Homo sapien. Are you following me? Yeah. Now, even though you are born in the world right now, if you look down at the back of your hand right now, or your arm, you're going to see all these tiny little, like, diamond-shaped things in your skin, or squares. You see those?
What?
That used to be scales, but they're soft now. Do you understand?
Cool.
That's right.
All right. Now, some of y'all have dandruff, right?
Yep.
Y'all know what dandruff is. Y'all know what dandruff is. You catch it, it's the flaky scales. That used to be scales too. Dandruff is scales. Are you following me? Some of you still have the webs between your fingers and toes. Am I right?
Yep.
That's right. I don't have them, but I know my brother had them bad. We had the same mother and father. Red had big webs in his finger, and he really earned them. But I'm just trying to give y'all some indication of how I wish it was funny, but he was a devil. I love him, and I love Malachi as much as I love myself. Believe me. But truth is truth, right? And he's the master teacher. That's what he taught me, the truth, right? And I'm here to reveal it to you. Now.
So I got a question.
Yeah.
Well, not a question. You was talking about Giants. You was like as far as the Giants go, but you didn't finish.
Oh, yeah, okay. As far as the Giants go, I had one of my disciples come and spend some time with me, Darius Palmer. He's the one that saw the triangle-shaped craft close up come to me, and the craft did whatever I said because I am a fleet commander. So all these wobblets and little niggas and different things, they're not a leader. They just pretending to be and want to be. They don't have no control over fleets and this and that and the other. Now you got many of them that can still shape-shift into reptiles. I called some by name, and I'm sure they were offended, which was not my point, because I am that too. And I'm trying to reveal to you all some aspects of your true nature too, so you don't frown on it too heavily. Are you following me? So when I said to the Giants, Darius and I used to take walks. He was a martial artist. He was actually a murderer that killed people for money, and a rapper, right? But one time we were walking back from a long walk, and I looked behind me, and that nigga had stretched, and he was about 12 feet tall, right? And when I looked at him, then he went back down to his normal size. One time I had this white man from Dublin, Georgia, working on computers, and he was so evil and messing everything up. I went outside, and I started moving stars around real fast and far in the sky, and he was staring up at him, and then he turned around and looked at me, and I didn't even know it. I had stretched up, and I know I was about 13 feet tall, and that big white man, ex-policeman, almost fell on the ground sliding down that Cadillac. You understand that? And the people here in this house, right, and they bear witness to me stretching and being tall like that.
Hotel, but I bear witness.
And this is the new one. I bear witness to that. I was standing right beside him one day. And I was
You can't hear it.
Yeah, and I remember you scratched tall when you had made your daughter mad. I remember you talking about that.
About the what now?
When you said your daughter had made you mad, you had scratched.
Yeah, no, I didn't stretch tall that time. I shapeshifted into a reptile then.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
My daughter made me mad, and I was standing in the kitchen with my hand on the sink, and she kept being disrespectful and ignoring me, and I got so mad, I looked at my hand, and it wasn't a hand, it was a big black claw. And she looked at me, got scared. I ran to take a bath like they try to do on TV, on the news when they turn it into a reptile. I wanted to get away from her, and I wish I had a fan right there to play it on me. But I could feel it happening, but I ran it. When I got out to tell her, she was gone. She had jumped in the Cadillac. The kids was gone. They left their shoes, and she wouldn't answer the phone. When she finally got back to New Orleans, she picked up the phone. I said, "What happened, baby?" She said, "Daddy, you scared me. You turned to a big black monster." I said, "Baby, you made Daddy mad. You understand? Baby, you made Daddy mad." That's all. I mean, I didn't know what else to say. And so, but I want y'all to go right now to the Holy Tablets, to chapter 13, verse 29. I'm gonna open up the floor for questions in a minute, but I gotta build this foundation first. Holy Tablets, don't be mentally lazy. Chapter 13, Chapter 11. Chapter 11, tablet 13. Holy Tablets, chapter 11, tablet 13. Let me know when you're there. Now, anybody got a question while people finding that place?
Yes, I'm here.
We got to talk fast and clear now.
Yeah. When you move the stars and moon, Amun, do you shape shift into grey?
No.
Sometimes?
No. No. That's a spiritual act.
Okay.
Because I'm one of the sons of God. Are you following me? And I'm a leader. You see, I know some reptilians or people that can shapeshift into reptilians, but I'm a winged reptile when I shapeshift. I have wings, draconia, right? I can fly. That's how you separate the leaders from the regular soldiers. I'm a leader. You understand?
Okay.
All right.
Okay, so you're one of the you're one of the elite classes.
That's right. That's right. But that's not all I am, and that's not all Yanun is. We are many, many things. I have many crowns. I wear many crowns, right? I'm your Messiah. I'm Jesus. I'm Tammuz. Tammuz was a reptile. All right. Now, chapter 11, tablet 13, verse 29. Who's there?
There.
Who else is there?
I'm here.
I'm
There,
there.
Okay.
Is that on page 949?
That's right. Verse 29.
This is chapter 11, verse tablet 13.
Right. Verse 29. What page is it in the hardback, huh?
1,000.
Oh. Okay, you got it?
1,000 in the hardback.
All right, everybody got it? And it came to pass, when the children of men had multiplied, that in those days were born unto them beautiful and comely daughters. And the Anunnaki Elohim, the children of Anu, Ilion, the Most High, saw and lusted after them, and said one to another, Come, let us choose us wives from among the children of men, and beget us children. And Simjaza, who was their leader, head of the 200 fallen angels, angelic beings, right? Now let's make something clear. Let me show you how to search things out and connect the dots. At the Athens ball, Malachi said to all the Nawabians in there, you Nawabians are those fallen angels. But at that Athens ball, who was the leader of the Nawabians?
He was.
Him.
That's right. That was a direct confession. Do you understand?
Sure.
He didn't have to say we are fallen angels. He said you Nawabians are fallen angels, and the leader is going to come back and reveal everything, seen and unseen. That's my job. You understand? When he said you Nawabians were fallen angels, he was the leader of the Nawabians, or the leader of the fallen angels.
It's up to you.
That's what the Holy Tablets say. Okay. And Simjaza, who was their leader, head of the 200 fallen angelic beings that fell, said unto them, I fear ye will not have to pay the penalty of a great sin. And they all answered him and said, Let us all swear an oath, and all bind ourselves by mutual precautions, not to abandon this plan. But this is a favorite saying of Malachi. Let's do the thing then. But to do this thing, are you following me? Then they all swore together and bound themselves by mutual precautions upon it. And they were in all 200, who descended out of Jared, son of Mahalaleel, and Hannah, on the summit of Mount Hermon. And they called it Mount Hermon because they had sworn and bound themselves by mutual precautions upon it. And these are the names of their leaders: Semazes, Ramiel, Daniel, Ezekiel, Berikfiel, Azael, Amaros, Barel, Ananel, Turiel, Jamjael, Suriel, right? And you had Zachiel, Samsapiel, and Sadarel. These are the chiefs of tens, and all of the others together with them took unto themselves wives, and each chose for himself one. And they began to go in unto them, and to defile themselves with them. And they taught them. They taught them charms and enchantments. And now, there were 24 of these elders, right? And these were 12 of the disagreeable, rather. But when I took you to the Injil, I showed you, I think it was page 304, about Bennett. Ben is son in Hebrew, and is singular, like Ibn in Arabic. Single son. But Benat means children, is plural. So Malachi taught you in the Injil that there were 29 of us that day of the opening in 1970. Do you understand? So that's when the sons of God came down and saw the daughters, etc. Do you understand? How many children do Malachi have? All right. Now, and you can see it real good in the two pictures in the back of the Holy Tablet. The last picture is there. The one before the last picture is a picture of a sham descending, and Malachi and the elders coming out surrounded by children. And the very last picture is a picture of me standing there, and Ahmed to my left, and a vortex is coming out of the top of my head all the way to the Crystal City with angels around it. And in that vortex, all these people traveling up the tunnel, the vortex, dressed in white, with me at the top of them as Sananda, right? But that's you all that's dressed in white, the 144,000. And when it has the vortex coming out of my head, it doesn't mean that you all are going to descend out of my head. It just means that you're spiritually going to be ascended up by the information that comes through me. You follow what I'm saying? Like right now, I'm waking you up to the reality. Not what you believe or what you've been taught. I'm telling you what really is. All right. 38. And all others together with them took unto themselves wives. And each chose for himself one. And they began to go in unto them and to defile themselves with them. And they taught them. They taught them charms and enchantments and the cutting of roots. And made them acquainted with plants. They was teaching these women that. And they became pregnant, the women did. And they bare great Nephilims, that's giants, whose height was 3,000 eels, tall niggas, who consumed all the acquisitions of men. And when men could no longer sustain them, the Nephilims rose up against them and devoured them. They started eating the people. Believe me. I asked Malachi, did he eat people? He said, no, I don't eat people, but I have friends that do. And they began to sin against birds and beasts and reptiles and fish, and to devour one another's flesh and drink the blood. So it's the nature of the beast, or the draconian, is to eat up everything around him, and with nothing else left, they start cannibalizing each other. Then Tiamat the planets laid accusation against the lawless ones. That's why they were cast out of the sun cycle. You understand that? And the reptilians, evil one, Azazel, also called Halah's best student, Tubal-Cain, taught men to make swords and knives and shields and breastplates, and made known to them the metals and art of working them, to make weapons and things. And they gave the women bracelets and ornaments and the use of antimony and the beautifying of the eyelids, eyeshadow and all kinds of costly stones, diamonds and different things, and all coloring shades, makeup. And there arose many who do not follow Anu, and they committed fornication, and they were led astray and became corrupt in all their ways. Simjasa, who was also called what? Amun, you got Atun, you have Anu, which is a female deity. Then you have Atun, Atum, and Amun. So Simjaza or Simjasa, who is also called what family? That's Atum-Rayay. Do you understand? Simjaza is also called Atum. You Nuwabians are those fallen angels. Am I telling you the truth, or am I telling you what I want you to believe?
No, you telling the truth.
Am I slandering anybody, or I'm just giving you the facts?
Shadow of a doubt.
Wake up now. Simjasa or Simjasa was also called Atum, taught enchantments and root cuttings. Amaros taught the resolving of the enchantments. Barikiel taught astrology. Kukabel taught the constellations. Ezekiel taught the knowledge of the clouds. Arikiel taught the signs of Tiamat, the planet Earth. Semasael taught the signs of Apsu, the sun. And Sariel taught the course of Shishki, the moon. And as Adamites perished, they cried. And their cry went up to heaven. And then Murdoch, son of Enki and Damkita, also known as Melchizedek. That's what I mean. We have more than one personality, one entity coming through us. Do you follow me?
Sure.
All right, I want y'all to understand that. So don't be talking about somebody that's just a reptile, because you're not just a reptile, are you? But you sure were born of sperm and ovum, though, right?
Yes.
Huh?
Is it traveling?
Yeah. And some of y'all got that flat head in the back. Some got them puffy fingertips. All that's the reptile. But you can tell a reptile by their attitude more than you can by their physiology or their anatomy. Or you know what I mean? All right.
Okay.
So I'm going to leave that alone right now. And then I'm going to go to the Patarak, the way. Sarabu, Wukarabu. How many of you all have that, got it in spiritual packages? I know a lot of you have it. Uh-huh. We're going to page 1. Sarabu, Wukarabu, that means seraphim and cherubim. Li, Kum, Mar, Nuwapu, Yasser, beloved Nuwapians, family, my Karadu, children. I record this most holy scripture, Patarak, the way, as sent down to you all from above as true guidance. Patarak, the way to live. Now let me reveal something else to you. When I called everybody together to Millersville, to that court hearing with Malachi, that was a wild day when his eyes turned to black holes and all. My point is this. Okay. He told me, he called me on the phone after that, and he said, I'm going to write a new holy tablet, right? And I keep telling everybody, they say, well, when is it going to happen? When is it going to happen? I'm telling y'all now. All the Patarak are chapters in the new holy tablet. Do you all hear me?
Yes.
What is the Nuwabian script? What is our scripture?
The whole tablet, Patarak.
That's right. So, Lykum, Maria, Nuwapu, Yasser, beloved Nuwapians, family, my family, Karadu children, I record this most holy scripture, Patarak. Is everybody hearing me? The way, the way as sent down to you all from above as a true guidance, Patarak, the way to live. These are Saljalat records of old days. It will tell of strange things, of great happenings in the Wakwarat, times of your Salafu ancestors, those who lived in the beginning. All of you can know Patarak the way. All of you can know the times which is declared in this Patarak the way. Your Salafu ancestors, Panajaru, had their birth in events and times and places here on earth. Pa-Sabatu, the host, the Ennead from Atum. Testatat, Wu, Shawa, Testnut, and Shu, Natatat, Wu, Gabab, Nut, and Gabab, and Geb, Ashatat, Wu, Asar, Isis, and Osiris, Wu, Nababtat, Hatat, Nephthys, and Set, the 9 minds. Now, y'all better start connecting these dots, because I'm not going to do this no more. Now you read 1. Once upon a time, this world, you know, has had 4 worlds within a world. This is the 4th world you are in now. Each world was of 6,000 years each. Altogether, that is 24,000 years. That's for the equinox. And now, remember, I was taken up, and I saw a beautiful crystal clear sky, and I saw 3 shams in the sky. And when I turned around, they had all 3 landed. And the Anunnaki were handing out gifts to crowds of people standing in front of them, like in a Mardi Gras parade in New Orleans. Give me something, mister. And they had some type of computer thing they was giving the special ones. So while I was standing there, an Anunnaki started walking toward me, a male Anunnaki dressed in white with a red sash hanging down his side. He's walking fast, looking like a black brother with a neat haircut, real clean, neat. And I wanted to make conversation, so I asked him, I said, how long y'all been gone? And he didn't even slow down. He said, 24,000 years. Didn't you even know that? And I thought to myself, shit, nigga, y'all got a nasty fucking attitude. I don't like to be with y'all no more. You understand? But I turned around and faced the 3 crafts, and I couldn't see, so I stretched up tall like I do. And then the scene changed, and I was with some Anunnaki, and we went into the bedroom in the dark of the mother of 3 of my children, right? Another devil, a half-white devil, and they shined a bright light in her eye, and she started hollering, every time I see y'all, I go to hell, and ran into a bathroom right next to her bed and stuck that white arm out, talking about, every time I see y'all, I go to hell. And I told him, see, I told you, right? I was trying to, so evidently I had told him she was a demon, and she wasn't going to do right. But I want y'all to understand that all this stuff is real, right? Okay.
Right.
All right. Over those years, this planet has been born and died and reborn. Beings from older, top out at worlds, from other star systems like Draco, used to come here for their own reasons. Some came to live in the caverns. Some came to live beneath the Mayat waters, still here. Some came on vacation, not to stay. Some came to hunt. They used to love hunting dinosaurs. Some came to retrieve the natural minerals like gold, right? Because the gold in that land was very good. Some came for bala, food to eat. Sometimes that was people. Some came to breed with the creatures here. That's how many of you all came. Now, you say, that's how many of us came. Well, when we first came here, there were hominids here. There were Homo erectus. There were the great apes, the lairs, and we call them primates right now, right? Everybody agree?
Right.
So that's 2 words. That's 2 words. Prime-mates. Prime mates. Like a prime steak. That was the best mates. And we had, and we put our DNA in some of them in laboratories called Shemti, Atima and Sharu, and Mother Ninti volunteered the womb. In other words, we created man in our image and likeness. Right? Okay.
All right.
Now, how do you know Darwin's theory of relativity is a joke? It's because if only time, all it took was time to turn monkeys into people, how come the rest of the monkeys ain't people yet? Huh?
Exactly.
Because they selected, we had a 600-year project. We had 100 years for gathering species, 400 years for genetic manipulation, and 100 years for education. But the rest of the monkeys that we didn't touch, they still monkeys. You understand?
Yeah.
It was only reason that y'all shot up to human beings instead of monkeys and Homo erectus is from our DNA, right? Because y'all were primates, right?
It's just amazing to think.
Yeah, it is. But we captured the female ape and took her egg from her, and then we got a very intelligent Anunnaki named Gastu, a canal builder, and we took his Sharu and Tima, or out of his bone marrow DNA. We binded it on the tip. We put that DNA on that in a culture, in an egg, and Mother Ninti, Mamie, volunteered her womb, and we, through in virtual fertilization, we inserted that culture into her womb, and then after 7 tries, we finally made a man and a woman in their image and likeness from them primates, okay?
Cool. So, can I ask, Amun?
Say it again.
Can I ask, what made you... Okay. Can I ask, which species did you use?
I didn't understand.
Species of monkey.
They use
species of monkey?
They use chimpanzees and gibbons, lairs, apes and Homo erectus, right? Now that's why you can look it up right now. What they're calling human beings on the computer, Google, what percent chimpanzee DNA do human beings have? And they're talking about white people mostly, but they have human beings have 98% chimpanzee DNA. Do you understand that? 99% in some cases.
Very high.
Right? So it's not like y'all real separated far from the monkeys right now. You still got people with tails. Look, Google people with tails. White people with hirsutism, fur all over their body, 4 and 5 nipples. Clark Gable was a chimpanzee. Ron Howard was the orangutan. Look at him.
You read about the baboon?
All right. Yeah, that's right. The baboon. Oh, that's a mean and evil one right there. And a lot of them got that in them, too. Some mean, evil, vicious ones. Okay. And then you had 25. There were those that came out of the waters and over time became many species. Now, I'll tell you a vision I had. I'm sure, probably a reptile, but I came out the water and I sat on a big rock and I had the world to my back. It was kind of dark then, and I was looking out over the water and I felt so lonely and all alone. But many of us were under the waters, and we were the ones in Genesis that saw the crabs come down with the lights, and we the ones wrote Genesis, right? The reptilians. Okay.
That's right.
They found here many kinds of creatures, all protect us with and by the cube, within the cube. There was bovines, felines, canines, reptilians, foulings, simians, that's monkeys, and simians, and evolved sapiens, right? That's the ones that had our DNA, and insects of many kinds. Many came to this planet from afar, from Andromeda, from Pleiades, from Orion, from Sirius, from Draco, from Aldebaran, and from Arcturus, from Zeta Reticuli, from Ilium, right? That's also true of us. Yadon and I come from Risk, too. And like he said, our moon is from Sirius and Orion, and I'm from Sirius. Amun-Rayay told y'all he's from Sirius, and I'm from Sirius and Orion, right? So it shows you I have at least a dual essence in my being, right? Right now, I'm a hybrid. I'm a hybrid right now, chimera, because the angel Gabriel is my father as well as my human father. Do you understand? I have 3 parents. That's why I move stars and universes and heal AIDS and cancer and all that. because the angel Gabriel is in here with me as well. Do you understand?
Sure.
I want y'all to understand. I wear many crowns. So don't just think of me as no reptile, or just think of Malachi as no reptile. You get it all wrong. You understand? Don't think of yourself as only a reptile,
Right.
or that you're a Homo sapien and you're not a monkey or a great or a reptile. You're all them things. Okay,
Yeah.
40. Some were good and agreeable, while others were bad and disagreeable. Some ate all kinds of flesh, even Homo sapiens flesh. They ate people. Yet there was order. Those of Elder Ra moved to Orion and set up what was called Ashtar Command. These albinos worship one Atar, deity of light and fire. And those of Sahat, Orion, set up what was called Marzak, Risk Command. These two kept the order for many Tapalat worlds. Many of the beings who came here would take on physical form while here or incarnate. The highest of all was called Padnajaru, over all. That's us as well. Not just this Kawak planet or Wahoo Mekwam universe, yet Kater Mekwam at multiverses. How many of you all have seen me move the whole universe before?
I have.
I
have.
That's right.
Sure.
So you can believe that I am a deity, I am a God here, and I don't care what these Nawapats, Sabians, and all these people calling themselves, Mishbubat and all, they can say what they want. I am who and what I am, you understand? I'm here for you. I was sent here by Elion El to you. Look up the Holy Tablets, chapter 13, tablet 16, verse 248 to 252. I, Elion El, sent to you Achmet as an apostle, reciting to you the purified words, the holy tablets. And he made holy tablets in all caps and underlined it to make sure you knew it wasn't a typo. But I was sent here just like Malachi, right? They always visit each other's worlds and planets, some say others, to exchange resources and minerals as well as knowledge. So there was what was called silence in the world of worlds overall. By the time we came down to the third world cycle of this planet 12,000 years ago, and they figured out the age of the pyramid with the erosion on the Sphinx and all that, it was about 12,500 years ago, they rounded off. But they try to say it was only like 5,000 years ago. The reason that white man try to make everything within a 6,000-year radius, I'll tell you why. It's because he got in the Bible and the scriptures and said God created the world 6,000 years ago. But that's a lie, because how do you explain Smithsonian Institute with dinosaur bones in it? Where did diamonds and oil come from if it was just 6,000 years? He say that because he came here 6,000 years ago as the cursed seed of Canaan out of the line of Noah. Do you understand? Cursed be Canaan. You understand? A servant of servants. And the 11 tribes of Canaan came out of that, the Amorites, Canaanites, Gargasites, birth of Butt and the Butt sisters, all them ites, you understand? All right. And those Orion set up what was called, okay, let me go down. I just come there, okay. 49, they all would visit each other's worlds and planets, some to stay, others to exchange resources and minerals, as well as knowledge. So there was what was called silence in the world of worlds overall. By the time we came down to the third world of cycle, this planet 12,000 years ago, some beings who wished to rule caused disorder. There was war in heaven, remember that? Look it up in the Bible, there was war in heaven. Many came to earth without permission and would abduct creatures and eat them. That's the Draconians, right? And I'm sorry, but they're coming back right now to eat the ones that get left behind, the ones that can't hear me and think that I'm joking or I'm confused. You keep following these Mishbubat and Sabians and all the stuff they're talking about, they're going to keep you going in circles until it's too late. Some distill natural resources of this Kawak planet. Now see, I love them, that's my family, all of them. But they don't know me, but they think they do. Do you understand what I mean? They don't even really know themselves. They think they know. They believe, I know. When you know, you know. In time, two groups decided to work together. The albino race of Kamahu-Pleiadians, or Patanu, the Draconians. They would abduct the Homo sapiens out of Ghana, that's Africa, or Afafa Eta'a, the little people of that land, the pygmies. They bred them on Mars with Zeta Reticuli and made many subraces, you know, like grays, right? Hybrids. Reticulan or Mermadu Greys or Mocavians, and used the Mermadu Greys as slaves to abduct for them. Patananu, the Draconians, ate flesh, human flesh, and drank Daman blood of all kinds. At first, the Kamahu-Pleiadians did not eat humans, just as flesh, being they are humanoid in form. Yet they have thin, flat fora, colorless. Their iantry, eyes, are colorless, and their bashar skin is transparent. Talk about white folks. The reason to see that, in other words, the Pleiadians and the Draconians got together, and they bred the white race as succulent pigs because they're tender, and when you boil them, the flesh falls off the bone. Do you understand what I mean? And that's what white people are. They're food for the Draconians. I'm sorry. All right.
That's right.
That is right. 60. Patananu, the Draconians, ate flesh, human flesh, and drank Daman blood. 61. At first, Mahu-Pleiadians did not eat human, just as flesh, being they are humanoid in form. Yet they have thin, flat fur, colorless. Their iantry eyes are colorless, and their bashar skin is transparent. They have three tribes called Malakchim, Melkonim, and Malakchim. And the Patananu, the Draconians, and many tribes and groups. Some agreeable while most disagreeable. The beings of elder brown also have transparent, pale skin, rubbery texture. Their fur is yellow, thin. Their eyes appear blue, depending on where they are. They are humanoids. Tell my white folks. They are also two tribes called seraphims, and cherubims. In times of old, if beings were found here and did not have permission there would be fights in the sky between these beings, right? Like Malachi said, Amun been protecting us since the year 2000, right? Many evil beings will start wars in Pata'at, the heavens. This is recorded in many records of many people on earth in the past. But if you read all the scriptures and all the history, there was war in heaven between the angelic beings. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, or the reptilian, and their angels. And there was no more space found for them in the heavens, right? So you see how complicated this is, right? But it's not that complicated when you realize how many beings are there together in reality. It's only Faout, right?
Yeah.
So we're all how many? We're all one, right?
Right.
That's
Right, too.
So when I'm talking to you, I'm talking to myself, and vice versa, right?
Right.
Now you understand how Melchizedek could be Simjaza and Michael, because we all these things. All of you are Papaut, the definite article. But all is in all, right? Does that mean inside of you all, is there good or evil in you all?
No, evil.
both.
Man, woman, see you not the evil of which you emit, the good and evil both of which you emit? That's right. So you got God and the devil in you, right?
Right.
So you understand. If you can, I don't want you to get confused about how could he be this and be that, right? Because we like la-di-da-di. We got something for everybody, right? Okay, verse 70. Many evil beings will start wars in Pata'at, the heavens. This is recorded in many records of many people on earth in the past. wars of fighting in the sky between the gods, angels, devils, and demons. In past times, beings from above were told, do not mix your DNA, your genes with Homo erectus, Homo genius, Homo sapien. This is not a good thing. Well, some of the sons of these sky beings came to Earth for vacation. There were 200 in all. Now here come the fallen angels. They saw humanoids having Janus, sex, in their fields and Maznanat, gardens, and became sexually attracted to the female humanoids. These 200 killed their men and raped the women, then returned to Pa-Patat, the skies. But in time there was talk of the rape of the daughters of humans and the killings of their men. Yet, as worse as that was that these 200 daughters of humanoids became pregnant with child of these cherubim. As you read in the Hebrew records, Tanakh, the Torah, the laws, Genesis 5:4. And the days of the earthling, Adam, after he had begotten Seth, were 800 years, and he begot sons and daughters. And you see also recorded in the same scroll, Genesis 6:1. And it came to pass when earthlings Adam began to multiply on the surface of the earth, and daughters were born unto them, that the sons of Elohim, gods, saw the daughters of earthlings, that they were good at what they were doing, and they, the sons of Elohim, just took them as wives. Of all which they required, they selected. All right, as the word of this act spread up to Pa-Patat at the heavens, they were asked, did you violate the laws on sex with humanoids? They, all 200 of them, lied and denied, claiming they did not have sex with the daughters of humanoids, while the Karadu children were born of these little women, these giants. The sons born of them were tall in height, and this made it clear that the 200 had lied, for these sons of the sons were demigods. The women gave birth to demigods, Gabaru, Gibor, and like the Karabu, cherubim, they were very disagreeable and wicked, like their fathers, right? And they was eating people, raping, murdering, and stealing, as also recorded in the records, Pa-Habaru, the Hebrews of Mesopotamia. Now I want to know, why are white people hiding all these giant skeletons and all this truth? Why are they hiding all that? About UFO? Why are they trying to make the government?
Because it's going to reveal who they are.
That's right.
Right.
That's right. They don't want y'all to know the truth. That's what the enemy of the devil is truth, facts, reality. They don't want to play fair. They don't want a fair playing ground. They don't want you to know. They don't want you to wake up. They're against, politically, they're against woke, right? They'll attack anything woke. Right. That's right. They all 200 of them lied and denied, claiming they did not have sex with the daughters of humanoids. When the Corrado children were born of these little women, the sons born of them were tall in height. And this made it clear that the 200 had lied, for these sons of the sons were demigods, or Gabaru, Gibor, and like the Corrado cherubim, was very disagreeable and wicked. You know why? Because all those fallen angels. As also recorded in the records of Pa-Habaru, the Hebrews of Mesopotamia, Genesis 6:3-5. Why won't these Nawabians, these elders that was at the ball, tell you, like we tell you the truth, that Malachi said they was fallen angels? Because they're not telling the young niggas that. They just teach them, making them think it's a fairy tale, Everything is positive. There were fallen one in the earth in those days, and also after that, when the sons of Elohim raped the daughters of earthlings, and they gave birth to children, and these children turned out to be Gibor, mighty, strong men, tall in stature, and became known by all by their fathers, who their fathers were. They were the children of the devil. And Elohim saw that the wickedness of these offspring were great in the earth. They raped and killed they took. It was their very evil nature. In their mind is evil and wickedness. Every imagination of their thoughts of their hearts was only evil continuously. And the sons also would eat human flesh. These cherubim, these Gibborim, became the angels of the religion of Mesopotamia. They, the fallen ones, wished to return to Patat at the skies, yet were rejected again and again. And they did war in heaven. I'll show you that in the Holy Tablets, chapter 8. Yet and still was cast out of all the star constellations and made to dwell on earth. And the sons of these Elohim, disagreeable, mixed with the cursed sons of Canaan, right? Canaanites, Kibret the Celtic, the Salahu Razors, and their religions, Wiccan, and Druids, and became monotheism, Abrahamism of Mesopotamia. That's that fake stuff. These are the Mudwa'u, evil ones on earth, and how they came to be given 6,000 years from 4,000 BCE to rule. It ended in 2000 AD. And when did Amun's time to rule begin? What year?
2000.
That's right. My time to rule is 2000 to 2030. Malachi's time to rule was 1970 to 2000. That was the first half hour. And the last half hour is 2000 to 2030 is Amun's time to rule. Do you understand? It's like a baton race. 97. It ended in 2000 AD. Pataninu, the Draconians, came to abduct him for food. And they came as Anakim, sons of Raphaim, called also Anunnaki. Some of the Anunnaki are agreeable. I'm one of them. They are shapeshifters. I told you that. And can take on whatever form, like Marquita Love. In 2000 AD in Nome, Alaska, their rapture occurred under the guise of night. That was the fourth kind, right? And was Anchorage, Alaska. Look it up. Y'all saw the movie. The Anunnaki came down and abducted and was eating and killing them white folks. Right? It's in the newspapers. Look it up. All right. Look it up. It really happened. These have become food for their gods, and so many more missing every day as Patakasu, the Caucasoids, try to appeal to their overlords who have left them. You, the Nagaru, the Wapian, are no longer under the power of their control. Don't fear them. Don't fear that. Their tones no longer affect you unless you have returned your bodily vibrations to theirs, unless you hang with them peckers and want to be like them and love them. And then they can F you up. Thus you will be affected by their residual tones or broadcasts. Some have become food for the gods, and others are their children. The number of 144,000 had not been reached by the appointed deadline, and now they are required to supply 300,000 a day, or they will be food for the gods. So these draconians collected 300,000 a day of people for food off the planet every day. And people don't know, just like they got all these wars, they got all these wars going on because in the fog of war, many soldiers disappear and civilians, you understand? And these soldiers go to boot camp and they eat right diets and they're very tasty, you understand? They're very good, clean, good meat, you understand? And they got grades for the unknown soldier, right? Yeah. The number of 144, okay. Revelation 19:18, that ye may eat the flesh of kings, and the flesh of captains, and the flesh of mighty men, and the flesh of horses, and of them that sit on them, and the flesh of all men, both free and bond, both small and great. Y'all remind me to go to Holy Tablets, chapter 8. The Kamahupanians, in turn, created Patakasu, the Caucasoids, as a replacement, as in meal replacement. They're on the MEN-U, the menu, right? Many people are reported missing all over the world, now more than ever, and most are never returned as they have become a part of someone's menu. All right? Now let's go to the Holy Tablets, and that's probably all. all I'll have time for tonight, but I hope you all are really getting what I'm giving you. And when this class comes out, I want y'all to make sure that you post this class up all over the world. Do you agree that the Nawabians need to know this? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes.
Well, then get it to them. It's not going to be magic. You got to get it to them. You got to get it to them. It's not going to be osmosis magic. They just blocked me on Facebook. Okay, chapter 8, tablet 11. Let me see.
I got blocked too.
They say they haven't seen that.
They cut me off Facebook, and I need people that's good with computers to help me walk back through getting back on Facebook, because I got a lot of sites on Facebook. I just got to get in Facebook in general. So I need one of you wizards to call me up. Write my number down. My personal number to reach me is 215-971-4426 or 478-454-4004. I need you wizards to call me. Do you understand?
I think June can do that, right?
Say it again.
June? I thought I heard him on the call. Doesn't he do that?
Well, call him and ask him if he's here.
I thought he was in class. Okay, my bad. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Kufu, are you here?
It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a while. You noticed that. Remember what you just heard? You just heard that about...
Yes.
Yes, what?
Yes.
Yes, you hear?
The truth about that. No, he's not here. No, I
know it, but I'm telling you, what it was saying is that you all gonna make it, but if you got your vibrations and you hanging with white folks, you understand? And married to them and having children with them, then that's gonna, you understand what I'm talking about? It's gonna mess you up now.
Yeah, I do.
And all these strange women and all that.
That's right.
You don't even get mad with me. You know what I mean? Don't blame the speaker. Be warned by the words, nigga. Okay, tablet 11. Okay, we're in chapter 8, tablet 11. And the salt fact that's page 728. Bess, you got it? $7.95 in the hardback for London. And anybody else got the hardback? Chapter 8, tablet 11. Look it up now. It's important.
I got it. This Bess.
I love you. All of you need it. Chapter 8, tablet 11. I'm going to reveal some things to you. This is revelation knowledge coming from on high. Didn't I tell you, Ilion, L? Okay, that's chapter 13, tablet 16, verse 248 to 252. I, Ilion L, sent to you Ahmed as an apostle, reciting the purified pages, the holy tablets. That's my authority. The Most High gave me authority to recite the holy tablets to y'all and point these things out. The Most High, not no angel, the Most High that sent Malachi and me. Okay, chapter 8, tablet 11. Are you all ready? It's important to understand this. The parables which Melchizedek spoke with me. Now, I want you to understand this good. The parables which Melchizedek spoke with me, that's Malachi talking. The parables which Melchizedek spoke with me before Melchizedek was myself, Malachi. Right? That was before the angel Michael came into Malachi. Lo, Melchizedek said to Malachi, you know that you as the servant of Ilion El are in a strange country, for your city is far from this city, and your world is far from this world. For your city in Rish is called Salem. There you are king, but your city in Tiamat, you must establish Salem. There you will be their servant. If then you know your city in which you are going to dwell, why do you here prepare lands and costly establishments and buildings and vain dwellings? So, what do we have here? We have the angel Michael talking to Malachi, right? Is everybody with me? And he wants that. Michael is asking Malachi at verse 2, if then you know your city in which you are going to dwell, risk, why do you here prepare lands and costly establishments and buildings and vain dwellings? He therefore prepares these things for this city is not able to return to his own city. O foolish and double-hearted foolish and double-hearted and wretched man, do you not understand that all these things are foreign to you and are under the power of another? For the Adonai of this city will say, and he did too, I do not wish you to dwell in my city because you do not use my law. So what law did Malachi break to these white folks? Then he goes on to say, Michael talking to Malachi, if then you have fields and dwellings and many other possessions, when, not if, when you are cast out by him, what will you do with your land and house and all the other things which you have prepared for yourself? For the Adonai of this country justly, listen to this, justly says to you, either use my law or go for my country. What then are you going to do, seeing that you have a law in your own city? Will you, because of your fields and other possessions, altogether deny your law and walk in the law of this city? Take heed that it be not unprofitable you deny your law. For if you wish to return back to your city, you will not be received, because you have denied the law of your city, and you will not be received, because you will be excluded from it. Take heed, then make no further preparations for yourself beyond a sufficient competence for yourself, as though you were living in a foreign country, and be ready in order that whenever the master of this city wishes to expel you for resisting his law, you may go out from this city and depart to your own law, suffering no harm. Take heed then, you who serve, listen to me, I ain't talking about people who worship Malachi or Amun or yourself. Nigga, wake up. Take heed then, you who serve the Yahoo of the Elohims, and keep Yahoo the Elohim in your heart. Do the deeds of Elion, not Yanun, not Amun. Do the deeds of Elion, remembering his commands and promises which Yahoo the Elohim made, and have faith in him that Elion will perform them if his commandments are observed. Therefore, instead of lands, purchase afflicted souls as each is able. That means post it up and wake them up. And look after widows and orphans and do not despise them. And spend your wealth and all your establishments for such fields and houses as you have received from the Most High. For this reason did the Master, he's talking to Malachi now, for this reason did the Master make you rich, that you should fulfill these ministries for him. It is far better to purchase such lands and houses, souls of people, as you will find in your own city when you go to it. This wealth is beautiful and joyful, and is neither grief nor fear, but as joy. Follow therefore not after the wealth of the heathen, for it is unprofitable to you, who are the servants of Elion. Follow your own wealth in which you can rejoice, and do not counterfeit nor touch that which is another's, nor desire it, for it is wicked to desire that which is another's. Now, don't get confused by this last verse. I'll explain. But do your own work, and you shall be saved. Find your way to your land with Malachi. So he's saying that Malachi going to be on your land. That's Tamaray. Find your way to your land with Malachi. Find your way to the most holy place, Kodesh, for there I will meet you. Do you understand? Do you all understand?
Yes. Yes.
So why don't y'all please tell these saviors, all these people, you tell them to come home to me, to come home to us, and stop being lost and clowning and hiding the truth from themselves? Tell them to let your left hand know what your right hand doing and all that. Stop, nigga. Stop clowning.
That's why Michael left.
I'm serious. Quit acting a fool, nigga. It's only one way. The Sirat, the straight filament over health, and I'm that way. I'm the last elder. I am the last elder. That's it. I am your Messiah.
That's right.
They keep talking about Malachi. So Malachi thought, nigga, I'm not the Messiah. Don't let them do that to me. Stop saying I'm the goddamn not Jesus. I'm not the Messiah. Never was and never will be. I told you. Amun is the body of Christ. Count them not. You heard my prayer. Amun is the overseer of the heavens and the earth. He's the 25th, the overseer, the one and only. Pastor Larry Dansberg, he said this letter. Pastor Larry Dansberg, the one and only. That's it. Don't blame the speaker, just be warned by the words. All right, now it's time for y'all to go outside right now and start moving some stars.
Messiah?
Yeah.
I posted that today.
A few moments ago, I just seen
Say it
a star
again.
turn off. Like, I just seen a bright star turn off. Like, as you were speaking.
You see a bright star out there?
Right, no, as I'm driving, as you're speaking a few moments ago, I just seen like, the star was twinkling and really, really bright. And then it just
might not be a star. It could be a crab. Seriously, Ivory. Okay, sister, you asked me a question. T-Fat, was that you?
No, yeah, I posted that video in their chat rooms today and last week. Malachi said he's not the Messiah.
Jasmine, are you here? Jasmine. All right, you here, right?
I'm here, Messiah.
All right, please name that class. Send it to me. Name that class. The truth about the seraphim and cherubim. All right. Or the truth of the fallen angels. The facts about the fallen. The facts of the fallen angels. All right.
The facts of the fallen angels. All right, we'll do.
Right. Everybody should be recording these classes and send them to me because this kind of work can't be lost. You understand? This is what's going to wake people up in the last days. This is what's going to wake them up to the real reality.
Yeah.
Or they going to keep lying to each other, pretending like they know and acting like they me and they not me and giving everybody the title of me, this Messiah. They ain't got to the place now. Malachi say he ain't the Messiah. Never was and never will be. But he got sons that's trying to take that title. You understand what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah. I saw that today.
Gotta be crazy. If Malachi wasn't the Messiah, nigga, you can go sit your ass down. I love you. Take this with you. Stop bullshit, nigga. You ain't moving those stars. Okay, like, what's that one that Prince York got on Facebook talking about, yeah, I know the elder, he moves stars, but so what? So what, nigga? You do it. That's right. So what? You do it. Then he changed his name to Prince Amun. Stop clowning. On there beating people. Yeah, leave bumping people's head and getting rich, talking about you buying mansions. Call me up, ask me to buy the furniture for his house. I just smiled. I just smiled. I love you, son. I love you like a play cousin. But no. Go ahead on with that now. Y'all stop playing. Now, y'all need to get you something made by Mattel or something like that, because I'm not the one. All right. Who see that moon and stars outside? What do you have in London?
Moon, it's overcast here.
All right. What about in Africa? Is the brother here from Africa? Nigeria. What do you have in Florida? Huh?
The African brother's not here on Zoom.
Okay. Well, who sees something in the sky? Star. Okay.
I do. This is Milky.
Okay, you see a star? All right, I'm going to raise it up in the name of Amun-Rayay. Everybody bear witness to it. Raise up. In the name of the Messiah, Amun-Rayay.
Raising up.
Now drop down in the name of Amun-Rayay.
Dropping down.
All right. Go in a circle. Counterclockwise in the name of the. Go counterclockwise in the name of Amun-Rayay, the Messiah, the only real Messiah.
Going clockwise.
Going counterclockwise.
Counterclockwise.
Now go clockwise the name of Amun-Rayay.
Going clockwise fast.
That's right. Now come closer to everybody in the name of the Messiah.
Moving close. He's coming down.
Going close.
All right. Now raise back up. Go back out in the name of the Messiah.
Going back.
Moving out.
I love you all. Write your testimonies about this class. Everybody that's for real. Write a testimony about this class and tell people if you think I'm giving you revelations from on high. Now, I know they teach a lot of smart stuff and they sound real heavy, but are they teaching you relevant reality? Are they?
Nope.
No, they're not. That's not true guidance.
No, they're not. No, not.
Now, the truth might be hard. The truth might seem hard to take, but it's the only thing that'll make you free. John 8:32, know the truth, and the truth will make you free. I am the spirit of truth. I am the spirit of truth. I am the Messiah. I love you all. Keep supporting the mission. Put these posts out in every large media venue, especially on Facebook. They block me, so y'all step in and paste this up to thousands of large groups on Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram, and Telegram. Put it all up in the lobby and see this and hear the truth, right? Let them decide whether they're going to go out as fallen angels or they're going to wake up and come back home to heaven, because I am the last elder and the only way. I am the way. Patarak. Look at the back page of concentration. It's me, Nitir Authority, Amun-Rayay, Asa. And I really love y'all. Peace.